Hi guys, good morning Marie. Nice to see you. Yes, I had a lovely break, thank you. I did nothing, so I really made the most of it. I grew a spot and managed to do that. No, it's quite nice. I did a few things that, you know, you just put things off and you think, I'll wait till another day. And then by Friday, I was kind of like twiddling my thumbs a little bit, but I was really boring and did a jigsaw. A nice jigsaw on my coffee table. And actually, do you know, they consume your time, don't they? So I didn't want to do anything else. I was just focused on that, so I had to relax and do nothing, which was perfect. Hope you're well, my love. So I'm just looking for my link there. Frozen then. Okay, so make sure you've got a drink nearby. If you want to stop and rest and have a drink at any time, that is absolutely fine. I've got this piece of hair here that doesn't want to do anything. It's because it broke. It used to be a long piece of hair and now it's just a really tiny piece of hair. Yes. Hi Anna, hope you're alright, my darling. So work where you feel comfortable, rest whenever you need to, get a drink whenever you need one. And that is it. We will work through different levels, work to where you feel comfortable. If you do struggle, then don't be afraid to go down a level, especially if you've got some sort of injury, okay? So I will take this down and I will step back and we will make a start. So nice and upright, nice and tall, facing forwards. Shoulders down, relaxed. Lengthen your back. Make sure your core muscles are zipped up, pulled in. So draw up the pelvic floor and tighten around the centre of the body. Imagine a lift and you're drawing the pelvic floor up from within to floor 10, down to floor 5, down to floor 3. And then if you imagine a belt around your middle, 10 notches, goes down to notch 5, down to notch 3. We're making sure our neutral spine is in place. So we're just tilting the back, we're finding the position where the back feels the most comfortable. So you've got that natural lordotic curve, referred to as your neutral spine, okay? A comfortable back. So neutral spine, core muscles, making sure we're balanced and central, we don't feel lopsided, we're not leaning. And then we're breathing from our rib cage. Hands placed on the ribs, fingertips touch. Everything aches today after classes and things yesterday. Oh, take a deep breath in. Open the rib cage and release. Take a nice deep breath in and release. Relax the arms down. Just begin to pedal through your feet one side to the other, raising up an alternating heel and allow those shoulders to rotate one way. I did push myself to run faster yesterday as well, and the other. And there's little things like that. It's like going from a level 1 plank to a level 2 plank. You can feel the progression. Place the feet down, lift up onto the toes. Lengthen, reach the arms, and release. And again, reach up, lift and lengthen up on those toes. Make sure you're balancing, nice long posture. And release. So we're going to take a lunge forward with the left leg, then we'll bring it in, and the left leg will then go out, okay? So we're focusing on one leg. Lengthen the back leg, flatten the front foot, come back in, lift the knee, balance, and then step out to the side and reach over. Knee comes up or just step in and then forward. So same leg. Lengthen the back leg so you can step it in, or if you're able to, bring that knee up and balance. Lunge forward, lengthen the back leg, bring it in and out. Only go as far as comfortable. We're doing one more here. If you don't want to bring the body down, then just keep that back up instead. Good. Stepping into the middle, we're changing legs. Lengthen the back leg, bring the body forwards and down. Knee can come up or step in, and then reach out and over, back into the middle. Lengthen the back leg, and flatten the front foot. Good. All the way through. Core muscles engaged. As you come back to the centre, neutral spine, lengthen the back. Last one. My ankle's cracking already. Out to the side, and then hold it in the middle. Allow your hips to rotate one way, put the Fitbit on, and then the other way. Rotate all the way round. Well done. And then you're going to hold it in the middle, bring the arms up. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, rotate. Take the arm out and follow the arm. Come into the middle, change sides. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, return. If you don't want to take the arm, that's absolutely fine. Just keep your arms here instead. Hips are nice and still, nice and central. Last one here. Holding it in the middle, release the arms down. Take 1 foot forward, just circle the leg round, lift the knee up and balance. Toe forward, circle round. So we know nice long posture and core engaged is going to help improve our balance. Hold it here, ankle one way and the other. And then place that foot down. Other leg comes forward. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Circle, lift, balance. Toe forward, circle, lift, balance. Good. So lengthen the body, keep those core muscles in place. Lovely. Last one here. Hold it up, rotate one way and the other. Whoop. And place the foot down. Lovely. So standing towards the back of your mat. Lengthen the body, breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest and then breathe out, begin to roll down through the back. Soften the knees, allow the arms to hang and relax like wet spaghetti. Then when you're ready, breathe in. As you breathe out, roll back up, rebuild the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. As you reach the top, relax the shoulders, reset your posture. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down through the back. Soften the knees, allow the arms to hang and relax. And then gently roll back up through the back. Good. So when we roll down this time, we're going to come down into a downward dog. If you have high or low blood pressure, it may make you feel a little bit queasy. So you can come into a cat stretch instead. I'll show you both, guys. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, roll down. Now at your lowest point, you're just walking your hands forwards. You're lengthening out the backs and the thighs, keeping the heels down, and your head is between the arms. So it's the having the head down bit which may make you feel a bit funny. So if that is happening, or if you're uncomfortable for any reason, you're coming onto your hands and knees. You'll breathe in to round the spine. Breathe out to release. So cat is there. From here, guys, I want you to walk your hands further forward, lower the bum down, so you're coming into a level 3 leg pull. And then I want you to walk the hands back and place the feet back down. So you're back into downward dog. Hands walk forward, lower the bottom, wrists, elbows underneath the shoulders, pull up the core, and then back into downward dog. So you're allowing the bottom to lower down. Keep an alignment through the back from the head to the heels. Good. Keep going with the cat if you're down on your hands and knees. And then this is the last one, holding it here in that level 3. Well done. Walking it back. I'm going to ask you just to lower those knees down to the floor. We're going to take the hands out slightly wider than your chest, okay? Level 1, you're on your hands and knees. Breathe in, lower the chest between the hands. Breathe out and push all the way up. Breathe in, lower the chest between the hands. Breathe out, push up. Level 2, legs further away. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. If you want level 3, up on the toes. Hold breath in to lower. Hold breath out to lift. So your breathing, carry on for me. Your breathing is opposite to how it would be if you were doing a press up in the gym or in another fitness class. You are breathing in to lower. Deep, full breath. Do not rush the movement. And then breathe out to push all the way back up. Hold deep breath in to lower. to lift up. And we're going to do one more in push-up. Strengthen the core, the lumbar spine, the chest, the shoulders. And as you come back up, bring those hands in. Wrists, elbow, shoulder. Back is nice and neutral. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push one leg out behind you along the floor without tilting to one side. Breathe in, drag the leg back in. Other leg. Breathe out, push it away. Breathe in, draw it back in. So all you're doing is creating resistance between your foot and the floor. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to return. If you want to, next level, fully extend and raise in line with the body. Breathe in, toes touch down. And then bring the leg back in. Don't try and allow the knee to touch down before the foot. So the leg comes up straight, it lowers straight. And once the toes touch the floor, then you can start to bring that leg back under. Next option. Slide the opposite hand out along the floor. So you're then beginning to rely on the balance of the body. You're just taking one of those balancing points away. And then your final option here, guys. Arm and leg out. They raise. Breathe in, they lower. Fingers and toes touch down. And then come back in. All the time, making sure the body weight stays central. You shouldn't feel like you're dropping from one side to the other. And you've got that natural gap between those thighs. That will help with your stability, okay? I've bruised my hand. I had a little accident. I don't know if you can see it. But can you see where my hand is black? So at the moment, it's really painful doing press-ups and things. I actually thought I'd broken it, but I think it's okay. So you're going to do one more on each leg for me, please. Remember, you don't even have to lift that leg if you don't want to. And once you've done both of those, I'm going to ask you to carefully lower down. So you're propped up on your forearms and elbows. Legs are out behind you. I'm going to ask you just to look straight down between the wrists. Don't try and crank your neck, okay? So looking down, neck in line with the spine. I want you to bring your pelvis up. So now we've got a level 1 leg pull. We've drawn the belly button up through the spine and we're holding it in place. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to drop the hip to one side. We're going to breathe in, come to the middle. And then we're going to drop the hip to the other side. And then breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, return. So this is your little hip drop. This works the core, the lumbar spine, and the obliques. Okay? If you want to go further, bring the knees off the floor. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to return. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to return. So you've got 2 different levels there on your hip drop. I hit it. I was so busy. So you know where the trolley bays are at Sainsbury's outside? I was having a conversation with someone walking along and I literally just banged it. And at the time I thought, oh, that really hurts. Because I was having a chat with someone, I didn't really pay any attention to it. By the time I got home, I was like, get me an ice pack. Yeah. So when you've done those 2, I'm going to ask you to gently lower all the way down onto your front. So I want you to take your head down. I want you to take your hands to the small of the back. And I want you to bring your legs together. So the legs are as close as comfortable. And point the toes away. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both the legs. Now your pelvis, your hips are probably just pushed down. That is fine, okay, that's fine. But draw your belly button back up, alright? Now where your legs are now is where they start and finish. So they come back to this point. Breathe in. As you breathe out, 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and lengthen. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and lengthen. So we're bringing the heels towards the bottom. Our head should be down. Our belly buttons are drawn up. Double leg kick works the backs of the thighs and the bottom, so that's the glutes and the hamstring, but also strengthening through the lower back and through the core. So that's at least 4 different muscle groups there for you. You could do one leg at a time if you needed to. And I'm going to ask you please, in your double leg kick, for 2 more repetitions. And once you've completed those 2, you can allow those legs to gently lower. You can release those arms. Bring the elbows and forearms back in. And when you are ready, we're coming back to leg pull. So knees down. We're going to hold it still this time, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 different options. Level 1, stay here, look down at the floor, pull the belly button up. Level 2, curl the toes under, bring the knees off the floor and hold from here. If you want level 3, please make sure your wrists, elbows, shoulder are in line. They mustn't be wide, they've got to be, so if you imagine, all you're doing is lifting your arms up, that, when you come down, is where the hands go, yeah, midline. And then if you're level 3, you're coming up like we started, in that hands and toes position. All the way through, whichever level you're doing, focus on drawing up through the belly. Feel like the belly button is being pulled up towards the ceiling. So you've engaged the core, deep, full breaths. In your leg pull, if you begin to shake or wobble, by the way, just take a rest, okay? It's just a sign of muscle fatigue. Nothing wrong with that. It just tells you that your body's working and it's working hard and it's tired. When you've completed up to 3 more breaths, I'd like to gently lower all the way down. And when you are ready, you're going to turn onto one side. And you're going to lower down and lengthen the body all the way out. Now your head is going to rest down on the arm, fingers pulled away. As you come down from the fingers, the whole body is in a nice long straight line, all the way down to the toes. Now this top arm, that is there to help you balance. Don't be afraid to use that arm. I would rather you had your arm there than allowed your posture to be off, okay? So, from here, legs are together, breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs up without rolling forwards or backwards. Now, as soon as you lifted your legs, the obliques, the waist, began to work, okay? So, we are going to take our top leg up, and then we're going to take the bottom leg forwards. Separate moves, okay? Take a breath in. As you breathe out, top leg comes up, breathe in, it lowers, and then bottom leg, breathe out, kick forward, breathe in, return. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to release. Now remember, our movements should be slow and controlled. You should be using a full, deep breath from the rib cage, which allows those movements to be slow and controlled. If you're doing the movement quite fast, you are not going to be working as effectively. You have to listen and work with the body. Whole breath out to lift, whole breath in to lower. So you've got work happening on the inner and the outer thigh on these legs, through the waist, through the core, the lumbar spine. If you are good with your balance, you can take that supporting hand away. That's your next level. And then your next level from there is to bring that arm over. Don't compromise the posture and the balance just to go to a higher level. I'd rather you stayed at a lower level and absolutely nailed that level. Core muscles in place, neutral spine in place, we're not tilting. I'm going to ask for one more of each movement, please. And then from there, press stop on my watch then. Lovely. Those legs are going to stay lifted, toes pulled away. Now we're going to keep the legs stuck together. We're going to breathe in, we're going to lower the legs an inch from the floor, and then we're going to breathe out and lift them up again. Breathe in, lower them an inch to the floor, breathe out and lift them up. So we're breathing in, they go down, breathing out, they lift up. Hand is there for balance again, take it away if you're able to. So this is your side raise, okay? Working directly into the obliques. Good. Breathing in as they lower and out as they come back up. And as you lift, you may well be able to feel that contraction, that effort from the side of the body. And I'm going to ask you please, for one more repetition, breathe in to lower, breathe out to lift, and then take those legs all the way down. If you need to, just bend those legs and give that hip a little bit of a rub if you want to. When you're ready, you're then going to bring yourself to a seated position. I've had a week off and I forgot how dry my mouth is. I've got myself a proper bottle because I'm starting to drip the glasses of water everywhere. So, okay, lengthen your back. Chin is up off the chest. So we're just going to do a basic roll up. So you're going to breathe in, tilt the pelvis under, so we tuck that lower spine in. Then you're going to breathe out to lower as far as you can go. Then breathe in, start to come up, and breathe out all the way up. Now you mustn't let your legs wobble, and you mustn't allow those legs to lift. Breathe in and tilt, breathe out and lower. Breathe in, start the lift, breathe out, continue the lift. Now it does not matter if you're only getting to here or if you're getting all the way down. It is your range of movement, it is your level. If you prefer, this is for comfort, doesn't make it any harder or easier. If you prefer, you can have your legs out straight. Breathe in to tilt, breathe out to lower. Breathe in, start the lift, breathe out, continue the lift. Sometimes if you've got a lower back problem or you've got short, tight hamstrings, then having those legs out straight is going to be more comfortable for you. Try both ways. Do the one that works for you. As you tilt, remember, tuck the lower spine, the tailbone under. Keep those legs still. This is working with 2 breaths. It's a breath in and out to get you down, and then a breath in and out to get you back up. So we don't need to rush the movement. We're asking the body to work slow, so it's going to work harder. Breathe in to tilt, breathe out to lower. Breathe in, start the lift, breathe out, continue. So in your roll up, could you complete one more repetition for me, please? Once you've completed that, relax the arms down, bring the hands behind. Now, if you can, have the arms quite close and have the fingers point towards the bottom. If you can't lift up, you're just going to push back and hold. So you can see I've got a bend in my elbow and I've asked my triceps to hold that position. So that's our prime target area. Back to our arms. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to come up and hold. Don't let the head drop, but also don't have it tucked in. Look up to the ceiling, head and neck in line with the spine. If you want to go further without dropping the pelvis, take the legs out. When I say drop the pelvis, I mean taking it down there, okay? So you've now got like a diagonal position from the chin down to the toes. Hold and breathe. Legs diagonally out or bent. Or remember, stay here, pushing back into those arms. And I'm going to ask you please, for 3 more repetitions, 3 deep, full breaths. And once you've completed those 3, we are gently lowering down and rolling those shoulders out. Lovely. When you're ready, I'd like you to carefully lower. I'm going to have to take my hair clip out. Squeeze it on my finger. Lower all the way down onto your back. Leave your legs out straight, okay? Point the toes away. Shoulders down and relaxed. Looking up at the ceiling, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift one leg up, toes point up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slowly begin to allow that leg to lower. Pull the toes away. You're going to breathe in and hold when it gets halfway. And then breathe out. Continue to lower. Don't let it drop to the floor, guys. You've got to control it all the way down. Now, it can come up quickly, but the slower you lower, the harder you're going to work. Alright? It'd be easy just to let the leg drop. You haven't got to engage anything. You're just going to let it go. But to control that lower, you need to engage the core and move gently. So it's like you're unrolling like an elastic band. Good. Now if you want the next level, legs together, they come up together. Then gently, same process, begin to lower. Now we're keeping the legs as straight as we can. When they get a few inches from the floor, they might want to drop. Don't let them, control them all the way down. If the double leg option is uncomfortable on the lower back, stick with the single leg. Legs come up, they can come up quickly, but the slower you can lower, the harder, the more effectively you're going to be working. Well done. Now there's one more option here, okay? Make sure I've got nothing behind me. Legs come up, and then they can come all the way over. I have just got my toes to the floor, okay? You're going to have to add an extra breath. I'm going to suffocate myself with my boobs, I think. You're going to gently begin to allow your lower back to make its way back down to the mat, to the floor, and then begin the process of lowering. So if you are going to bring your legs all the way over, add an extra breath. I don't want you to rush the movement, okay? Remember, there's the one leg option, double leg option, and then you've got the roll over option. Up to you, but work when you feel comfortable. Sometimes a lower level is good because we can keep control of it and know that we're working technically correct. Yeah? Sometimes we go to a higher level and we forget our breathing. We forget to engage our core. We forget to have our neutral spine. So low level isn't a cop-out, it's actually making sure you're working. Breathe deep, full breaths. Hi, Nikki. Oh, bless you. We've just started the floor work, the laying on our back work, so it's up to you. You need to warm up a little bit. Do one last one for me. And then once those legs are down, you're going to bend those legs and place the feet to the floor. We have already worked one side though, Nick, so when we finish this other side, you'll have to just do the other one before you finish. Shoulders down, relax, looking up at the ceiling, chin off the chest. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring that leg up. The shin is facing the ceiling. The knee is above the hip. Hold this position. This is level 1 of the 100, okay? Now if you want to go further, today what we're going to do is lengthen it 45 degrees and hold it still. Now you may already feel that those core muscles are working as soon as you lengthen that leg out. I have. Some of you must have heard from yesterday though. Hold it out, hold it still. Now if you wanted to go further, bring the upper body up, palms above the floor, breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin off the chest, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep full breaths from the rib cage. Oh bless you, yeah, start from the, have a cup of tea and get yourself sorted first, Nick. Good, Good. Now if you wanted to go even further, you're going to bring the other leg up. So you've got one leg diagonal, and then this other second leg is up and bent. Remember please, level 1 is here. No frills, no glitter, just here. Holding that knee in place. Right angle in the knee. You could keep it bent and bring the upper body up and pulse from here. Otherwise that leg is lengthened diagonal. With or without that other leg up as well. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. Deep, full breaths. I'm going to ask you for 2 more breaths here. Then if you have got both legs lifted, place that foot down, bent leg goes down. Upper body lowers, and then bring that leg back to right angle. Allow the foot to lower, breathe in. As you breathe out, other leg comes up. Now, you have to be careful not to assume, because you can do one thing on one side, that you can do it on the other side. It doesn't always work like that. So work through the levels in case you have to stick at a different level, okay? Shoulders down, relaxed, level 1, no problem. Core muscles in place. Deep, full breaths from the rib cage. Level 2, taking that leg out 45 degrees, knees are parallel. Hold and breathe. Level 3, upper body raised, palms off the floor, chin off the chest, breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're using the whole of the exhale to get those 5 little pushes. And if we're going all the way, the other leg comes back up. Remember, you have got an option to keep the leg bent and pulse from here. So what's that, 4 different choices? Maybe 5? So level 1, just the leg. Level 2, with the pulse, straight or bent. So that's 3 options already. And then 4th option, bring that other leg up. Core muscles zipped up, pull in. Really focus on drawing in the core. Don't let it dome upwards. I'm going to ask you, whichever level you are working at, for 3 more breaths, please. Then, if you've got both legs lifted, that bent foot comes down, upper body lowers, and we're bringing that straight leg back in, and allowing the foot to lower. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the other leg back up. Okay? So we're going to bring the arms up, palms face inwards, and they're in a straight line above the shoulder. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, your leg pulls out and your arms pull over. Then you're going to breathe in and bring it back in. Breathe out, pull away, lengthen through the core. Breathe in, bring it back in. Strengthen and lengthen. Breathe out, pull away. Breathe in, coming. Now, if you want to go further, other leg can come up. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to return. A little bit of cramp in my foot there. Now, if you want to go further still, you are going to alternate one leg, then the other leg. If you have just got that one leg lifted, I want you to do one more. Then I want you to place the foot down and bring the other leg up. Your start position, bend right angle. Arms point up to the ceiling, fingers to the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out, pull out. Don't let them touch the floor. And then breathe in, bring them back in. You're lengthening it out as far as comfortable for you. And you've got this nice long stretch, this long pull, right down through the core. Going further, the other leg comes up, but keep it still. Also, don't drop the heels, right angles in the leg. Final option then is to alternate one leg and then the other leg. And I'm going to ask you please, so this is your one leg stretch. You've got mobility around the shoulders and through the top of the back. You've got strength and mobility through the lower back, through the knee, through the core, and this big muscle in here, your hip flexor, that's lengthening. Good. I'm going to ask for one more on each leg, please. If you've got both legs up, or 2 with the same leg. If you've got both legs lifted, 1 foot at a time comes down. yourself a nice long body stretch. Well done. When you are ready, please turn onto the other side. Head is going to rest down on the arm, look straight ahead. Now I'm slightly at an angle here. I am straight, even though you may look at it and think she's on the wall or not. I am level. So legs lengthened, hips, knees, ankles all underneath one another. Head resting down on the arm. Breathe in as you breathe out. Raise those legs without rolling forwards or back. Engage the core. Hand there for balance. Breathe in, breathe out. Top leg comes up. Breathe in, we lower. Breathe out. Bottom leg comes forward. Breathe in, we return. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. So that leg is lengthened, or both legs are lengthened. Hand is there for support. If you don't need it, take it away. Can you balance without that hand being there? You may find you need to make the movements a little bit smaller. Are you able to take that arm all the way over? Now really focus on keeping those legs as straight as possible. Pull the toes away. Working down the outer thigh, through the inner thigh, the core, the lumbar spine, and the obliques, the waist, okay? Every time that leg moves, you can feel that tightening in the side of the body. Remember, you are controlling the movement. Don't let that leg just hang around by itself, all right? Control the lifts, the lowers, the kicks. And I'm going to ask you, please, for one more of each movement. And then you're going to keep, itchy legs, sorry. You're going to keep both legs lifted, held, and still. Hand is there, or maybe not. Breathe in, lower an inch from the floor. Breathe out, lift them back up. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift them back up. Now we're keeping that body lengthened. We're allowing the toes to be pulled away. So we've got that nice long posture. We're breathing in to lower. That's the first move, yeah? And then breathe out to lift. That's the second move back to where you started. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to raise. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to raise. Start and finish point is after the raise, the hold here. Yes. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. And can I ask you please, in your side raise, for one more repetition, and then you can allow those legs to lower all the way down and give that hip a rub if it needs one. Well done. And then from there, please, we're going to transfer round, box position. Breathing round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, cat stretch. Breathe out and release. Breathe in round the spine, chin to the chest, cat stretch. Breathe out and release. From here, child's pose. Sit back into the heels, stretch those arms out. Well done. Then push yourself back to a crouched position. So we are going to be making our way to stand. If you feel that you need to, then hold on to something to help you back up, okay? So when you're ready, coming back into crouch, tuck the chin in, you're going to place the feet down, and then slowly, carefully, begin to roll up through the back, rebuilding that spine vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. As you reach the top, relax the shoulders down. We want to make sure that we're balanced and central. We don't feel lopsided, we don't feel like we're leaning. We've got that straight line from the head down to the heels. Try and keep the core muscle and the neutral spine in place for as much of the day as you can remember, okay? Lift up onto the toes and just check you're balanced. And release. Again, lift up and balance. And release. We're going to rely on the body to keep our balance, engage the core, lift up onto the toes, and then if you can, close your eyes and just test that balance. And release. Well done. So that's your Pilates for today. Thank you for joining me. As I said, we have one class a day on Facebook now at 12 o'clock, and tomorrow's class is your low impact conditioning. However, if you wanted to jump about and do it, you can. I'll give you the option. All right. So that's that for today. Low impact tomorrow. Tonight at Gainsborough, we've got 2 classes. You're welcome, Anna. We've got legs, bums and tums and a circuit, 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, 45-minute class. The sun's shining. It may be a bit chilly, but with that sun out, it does make you feel really nice. Good dose of vitamin D, guys. I think we could all do with that. So take care. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.